focusing on how characters change from the beginning of a story to the end. Kamora's eyes are on me. She's crisscross applesauce. What I noticed yesterday is sometimes we had a little bit of trouble being able to describe our character. So we're going to talk about ways to describe our character, Olivia, right now in our Common Core. So today's lesson, we're going to talk about ways to describe our characters. What are we talking about today? Oh, let me see. I was listening. What are we talking about today? Diana. How to describe our characters. What are we learning about today, Diana? Yes. What are we learning about today, Fabio? Describing our characters. What are we learning about today, Jamira? This is the lesson we're in, but what are we learning about in that Common Core lesson? Yes, and how to describe them. How we can tell other people about them. Yeah. I have a poster up here. There's two kind of ways to describe characters. They have traits, what we call traits, and there's two different kinds. There's outside traits. Diego's eyes are on me. And there are inside traits. Outside traits are the characteristics on the outside that you can see. This is what I mean. They're the things that you can see in the illustrations about the characters. It's how the illustrator draws the character. So all the things that you see on the picture about the character are the things that you can see. Those are outside traits. It's on the outside of your body. Like someone could be tall, with a big smile, and brown hair, and freckles, with green eyes. Those are all something that I can look at you and I can see it. Those are what we call outside traits. Outside traits are the characteristics that you can see on the outside of a person. So, we're going to try this out today. Diego, would you please be my helper? Could you come stand next to me? Okay. This is Diego. We're going to pretend he's our character in our story. We're going to come up with some outside traits that we can say about Diego that we see. I see Diego has on a blue tie. Is there another trait that you can see about Diego? Kamora.
He has black shoes.
He's got on black shoes. Joshua. A black belt. Ricardo.
He got a white shirt.
He has a white shirt. Let's talk about more now what he doesn't have on, but what he looks like. What do you think? Jesslyn? No. He's got a smile, so he might be smiling. He has what kind of hair, Jesslyn?
Brown hair.
He has brown hair. What kind of eyes? Alexis?
Black eyes.
He has black or dark brown eyes. Very nice job. We described Diego. And right now he has gone kind of a little bit of a smile. And long eyelashes. Okay? Thank you, Diego. Those were all things that we could see when looking at Diego. There's other traits that our characters have that we can't see. We have to infer. Remembering inferring is you're having to come up with the idea yourself from what you're reading and what you know. Let's read about insight traits. Joshua's in star, his eyes are on me. Kaylin, you're in star, your eyes are on me. This is for you. Inside traits. Characteristics on the inside that can be inferred through thoughts, feelings, actions, and dialogue. Those are a lot of big words, so I'm going to break those down for you and tell you what each of them mean. Insight traits are kind of the things that we were trying to get at yesterday when we were trying to describe the type of friend our tree was. So let's take a moment and look. Kind, someone who is kind, is an inside trait. It's a way to describe the way a person acts or treats people. We could figure this out if a story had these things. Thoughts and feelings. The character thinks to himself, I love my friends. Thumbs up, thumbs down if you think that's a kind thing to think. I do too. I love my friends. That's a kind thing to think. Hands down. Actions. Actions are the things our characters do in the story. And now eyes on me. In my story, the character helps her friends and shares her toys. Those are things she does in the story. Are those things that are help show me that she's kind? Yes. So I can tell by the way the things the characters do in a story about their inside traits. And finally, dialogue. Dialogue is a very fancy word for saying what is said. So when a character has dialogue, it means they're talking. Pretend my character in the story said this. Would you like to borrow my pencil? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Is that a kind thing to say? Yes. Hands down. I like how Jesslyn's eyes are on me. So we can figure out these inside traits about how a person behaves and treats other people by looking at the things that they think in the story, about the actions that they do in a story, and the things that they say in a story. So, outside traits are the things you can see. Inside traits, we kind of have to infer, we have to figure it out for ourselves. Looking at the thoughts and the feelings, the actions, and what the character says. I have kind of a game for us. I've written a bunch of traits down. Some inside traits, some outside traits. And we're going to figure out what group they would go in outside or inside. Okay? So here's my poster. Outside traits, you can
See.
I can look at Alexis and see he has brown hair. I can look at George and see he has a big smile. Okay? Those are things I see. Inside traits we have to infer. We have to use our mind and what we know and think about the feelings of the character, the actions of the character, and what the character says. All right, I've got my sticks ready. Got your ears ready? I see lots of great listening. I see lots of great stars. Here we go. The first thing, I need to figure out if it's going to go in outside traits or inside traits. Clean off my board here. There's somewhere to put it. Toss the sticky one, please. Thank you. Here's my first one. Toothy grin. Big grin. Toothy grin. Can you show me a toothy grin? All right. Am I going to put it with outside traits or inside traits? Hand down. We're going to do popsicle sticks. Diana. Outside trait or inside trait of a character? Yes. How do you know? Level 0. Eyes are on me. Eyes are on me. Still waiting for eyes to be on me. Thank you. Diana, why is this a outside trait? Thank you, Diana. Remember, we keep our own thoughts in our head unless we're called on. Eyes forward again. I'll wait. Bubbles in. Picture star if it's out of place. Okay, next one. Smart. My character is smart. Is that an outside trait that I can see or an inside trait? Sophia R. It's an inside trait. I have to figure that out by reading my story. I can't look at my character on the cover and know if they're smart or not, can I? No, good job. You guys are doing this really well. Next one. Anybody? Ian, what's the word? Brave. Inside trait or outside trait? Idel.
Outside trait.
Okay, so is it something that I can look at Alexis and see? Can I see that he's brave if I just look at him?
Inside.
I agree with you. I think it's an inside trait. It's one that we kind of have to figure out by reading about the character. I think you're right. Next one. Kind. Kind. Inside trait, outside trait. Melanie. Kind.
I was doing that last.
Melanie. In a sentence, inside trait or outside trait?
The word is an inside trait because you can't really see it because the character has to say it.
Absolutely right. Nice job, Melanie, and nice job answering a complete sentence. Panther Pot, could you please pass that to Melanie? Let's do a couple more. Here we go. Bossy. Bossy. Inside trait, outside trait. Emily C. Fix your star. Inside trait. I have to see how that character acts in my story to see if they are bossy. Nice job. I'll wait for level 0. I'll give you a moment to fix your star. And to remember you're at level 0. 3, 2, 1. I'll hold on to those for you. Nice job, Olivia. Nice job fixing Fabio. Tall. Our character is tall. Outside trait, inside trait. Let's see what's next. Vivian. Yes, can you tell a character is tall by looking at the picture? I sure can. Nicely done. Caring. Outside, inside. Caring. Where's it going to go? Roberto. Outside trait. Can I look at you and tell you're caring? Can I look at a character and tell that's a caring character? Or can I read about the character and see what the character does and how they treat their friends and then know that they're caring? It's an inside trait. It's something I have to look and see what my character does to know if they're caring. Nice job. Okay, let's go back and review. I think we're getting it. I want to check one more time to see if you understand. Thinking about an outside trait. Think about an outside trait in your head right now of our character of The Wish to be a Christmas Tree. Think of our main character. Think of an outside trait you could use to describe that character. Have it in your mind. Eyes on me when you're ready. Tell me an outside trait for our main character in A Wish to be a Christmas Tree. Not here. Alexa Riviera. He's a tree. That's something that I can see. Another outside trait for our wishing tree. Our tree that's wishing to be a Christmas tree. Outside trait, something to describe him that you can see. Fabio. Think of our story. Think of the main character. Tell me something that I can see, an outside trait about that character. Perhaps. She said he's a tree. Can you tell me more about what he looks like? He had a face. Very good. That's an outside trait. Our tree had a face. One more. one more outside trait for our